fight is going to happen. So I think Andy, he got a tremendous potential to beat Fury. He got more experience than Fury. He likes to fight tall people. He don't like to fight short people. So I think Tyson Fury is not...
He would have trouble with him. He would have trouble with the movement because Andy has fast hands, fast feet.
I think he will have a lot of trouble, Tyson Fury, because Andy's shorter.
And he can crack.
And Andy can hit him on the chin, body, everywhere.
And what happens if Tyson Fury tries to chokehold your son or lean on him?
Remember something, that Andy can fight the same way like he fought Anthony Joshua, 268. He's real strong right there in that way. I think his weight was Tyson Fury once 270. So he's going to be almost on the same way, and then he can sneak from Tyson.
But he has much faster hands.
We help him right here.
Soto right now. Soto, come.
Those are the words of Andy Ruiz Sr. as he states that Andy Ruiz would beat Tyson Fury. Let me counterpunch. It's an interesting matchup, and especially the points that his father mentioned about fast hands and pretty good punching power, which he does. He does have fast hands. He does throw quick combinations, and he's better on the inside. Now, let's talk. We're going to talk about the pros, and we're going to talk about the cons. The pros is everything I just mentioned. You know, if Tyson Fury tries what he did with Wilder and throwing uppercuts and leaning on the inside, that's something he doesn't want to do to Andy Ruiz, because you're giving up your height and you're giving up your reach with Andy. And that's dangerous because Ruiz is a hooker, okay? He likes to throw to the body and upstairs, and he likes to punch behind the guard, you know. But that's only one type of strategy. And because the cons about Andy is we've seen him just get outboxed twice. You know, one in a very close fight with Joseph Parker, and the other one in the rematch against Joshua. Joshua just fought him tall and just kept him at bay with the jab. There was really no resistance whatsoever. I mean, he tried to attack here and there like, you know, he'll attempt to do, having that Mexican machismo. But really, he lost maybe, I wouldn't give him 2 rounds in that fight with Joshua. So him fighting Tyson Fury, I don't see Tyson Fury making that mistake, you know, unless he tried to go in there with something to prove against Andy and then giving Andy the opportunity to throw those punches. Okay, and then he mentioned size. Well, Andy's good at 270, 260 something. The only problem is Andy ain't that big no more. Andy ain't 270 pounds no more. He might be 230. He's lost about 40 pounds, 35 to 40 pounds. Andy Ruiz Jr. lost, and doing so, I think that weakened him a bit because his body was not durable enough to actually compete in a combat sport like boxing. Sure, it's good to lose weight, but you lose a lot of muscle when you lose fat, and I think that's what happened with Andy. A lot of that he lost was muscle, okay, resistance, water retention, a lot of that happened. You know, he might be healthier, but then to take punches in battle, okay, with the brutality that boxing possesses, I don't see the same Andy. Chris Arreola proved that. I mean, he's tough. He didn't give up or nothing. He's not a quitter. It's just he knew when he got hit, we saw the difference. Even in the 3rd round, when he got hit with a left hook, he was like, dude, and even he didn't understand it. Andy didn't know what was going on. He's like, dude, I got hit with this punch. I'm supposed to be able to take this shit. And he was not. And then that was the strange thing about Andy Ruiz. So his dad talking about, fighting Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury's 277, and he's comparing his weight to his son's weight, unless his son just got fat recently. But I don't see that happening. That would be dumb. You know what I mean? Because you're confusing your body. Your body don't know what to do, right? Your body is like, okay, well, where are we going now, Andy? We just lost 30 pounds. So, you know, you don't know what to acclimate to if you keep changing. You know, that's a sign of someone that suffers with someone that's bulimic, that, you know, will get skinny, throw up, and then eat and all that stuff, craziness. You know what I mean? But it would be an interesting fight. But I see Tyson Fury easily outboxing Andy Ruiz on the outside, just like Anthony Joshua did, just like Joseph Parker did in spots. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on Andy Ruiz beating Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And of course, this was an interview by Ellie Setback, the fanboy of Wilder, and he's on his mad crusade to see who can beat the Gypsy King. So, of course, there was vested interest in getting interviews from Andy Ruiz's father. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.